Good morning. I want to share something with all you dads out there, particularly who work hard, who have families and kids. You work long hours. Doesn't matter your profession. Whether you farm or work an office job, you're a bank teller, drive a truck, whatever. But you work long hours and you worry about your kids. You worry about that you're not spending enough time with them, or you're not raising them right, or they're just, your efforts are in vain, and you worry about it all the time. I want to share something that about my daughter Remington. She's my oldest, and she's headstrong. She's headstrong, and I worry sometimes that as she's growing older, that me and her are losing touch a little bit. I worry about it. I work a lot and long hours on this farm, and I worry that how I'm trying to raise her sometimes isn't sinking in, or she doesn't think much of her old daddy, and I just worry. And I know a lot of you dads do too, and I've said it a lot of times on these videos I do. When you're work, you feel like you should be at home with your family, and when you're home with your family, sometimes you feel like that you're not working enough, and it's just a hard balance. Well, let me read something to you that just made my day, and I think you can apply the same principle in your own family, in your own life. So, we've been doing NTI. I don't know if you all out there know what that is. I'm sure many of you do. On these snow days, we've had some bad weather here in Kentucky. They got these Chromebooks, and I was helping Remington with her schoolwork, and I saw a story that she was working on her Chromebook, and I asked her about it, and she said, yeah. She said, let me read it to you, and let me read it to you. And she wrote this. The cool thing about this, she wrote it on her own for a school project, and I had nothing to do with it. It was unprompted, and she didn't write it for me. And she labeled it Farm Life, which obviously I love, on the onset. And it goes like this. Every morning I wake up, and this is Remington writing her story, coming from her. Every morning I wake up and I fix all my animals' bottles. The first animal I bottle is my baby calf, Rosie. Next I bottle my baby lamb, Dixie. Then last I bottle my baby goat, Ellie. After that, I have to give everything water. I love working on the farm. I drive tractors, trucks, four-wheelers. Sometimes I haul hay or help pick up hay. I always help get cattle up and doctor them. I love working on the farm. Thanks to Lee City Stockyards, I have all my bottle babies and all my animals and cows. Sometimes when it's Saturday or when I get out of school, I go in the barn, get a bucket or chair. I sit in it. I sit in my calf's stall, and I sit, and my calf licks me. And when I stand up, he rubs against me. This is where it gets good for me. The reason why I do this stuff is because of my daddy. He teaches me everything. For example, when something is wrong with the cow's udders, it is called mastitis. The reason why that is so bad is because swelling and pus can build up in the udders. He has taught me to be tough and strong. He has raised me to love God. And this is where it gets really good. And I always try to do what is right. He always says to try your best. When I go in the barn, I get my grandma's phone and listen to country music. I have always lived on a farm. When you live on a farm, you have to learn to overcome all your fears and not be scared. Me and my daddy raise cattle. Most of the time we slaughter them. Sometimes we keep them to have more babies. We have about 180 cows that we have to give out hay to. I might be too young to drive trucks or tractors on the highway, but never am I too young to farm and be like my daddy. That's my life. The end. I like to share things about my life that I think might be uplifting or encouraging to somebody who are going through some of the same things that I have, or worries or doubts or struggles. And You know, we farm, and many times I have questioned this lifestyle. And, you know, when it's hard to make ends meet or to make your payments or whatever, it's like, you know, am I doing the right thing? And you don't have to farm to share that sentiment. I mean, many of you out there in today's times, it's hard to make it. And you wonder when you're raising your kids, are you raising them right? Are you teaching them right? Especially when they give you resistance or sarcasm, or you feel like maybe they're not receiving your principles, your morals. But you know what this taught me? Is my little girl listens to her old daddy, and things sink in when sometimes you think they're not. And that just made me so proud. This little thing that she wrote for school is the best present you could give me in a lifetime. And it's just, hang in there, you know? You keep on keeping on and stay strong and follow the course when raising your kids, when doing anything in life. And these little kids that we raise, you know, they're resilient and they have big ears. And even when you think your instruction or your teaching or your guidance is falling on deaf ears, you know, as in this little story called Farm Life, it's not as much as you think it is. So when you're down, you know, stay strong and stay the course. And in this story, the best thing that I heard is that, you know, she says, she taught me to love God, or he raised me to love God and always do what's right. And it doesn't matter what you fail at. If you can teach your kids, you know, she's 9, and I'm so proud of her. If you can teach your kids to love God and always do what's right, then you've done good. Peace out. Hope everybody's enjoying this cold weather. Man, it's been rough winter, ain't it? It was like it was 70 degrees through the end of December, and then winter showed up. Take care.